China invaded the US through fake Gucci. China has responded to the tariffs set by Trump by having Chinese factory owners posting TikToks saying you can get every luxury brand direct from the factory, including Lululemon, which is good news. I blew out the Gucci in my $100 Lululemon shorts after one leg day. I no longer feel bad that I own a fake Rolex. I never wear it in public, but if I did, I'd finally fit in with all the other people in Scottsdale that wear fake Rolexes. And honestly, I'm not even sure these are fake anymore. You can get a Rolex for less than $200. What? That's literally what the site is called. And I don't know how to read that word without doing a really good Chinese accent. I'm not sorry. But luxury goods aren't the only thing you can order. Tide Pods. You can order Tide Pods direct. Great. Because we're going to have to ration our food soon when we lose our jobs. And I gotta keep my calories up. There were even propaganda videos of US factory workers, and it felt very real. America at this point is just one big San Antonio.
Down there with them big old women down in San Antonio.
China's even dropping their version of affiliate links to order directly from these factories. China literally just became better influencers than us. We're I don't care about electric vehicle advancements, military technology, or population count. A country is only as strong as its influencers. Now, China claims that quality is strong in these products, yet China-made products are notorious for being shit. But then again, I can't name one thing I own that has great quality anymore. My Ford is constantly broken. My food has more hormones in it than Dylan Mulvaney. The only thing that has quality these days is fentanyl. And that's made in China. They make our vapes and our prescriptions. China has every generation addicted to some sort of product America needs. And I'm not a China defender. I fear no man under 5'8", and their average height is 5'7". But they have our youth addicted to strawberry flavored air and our grandmas taking more per. It makes Kodak Black look sober. This may be a battle of tariffs, but China won the war a while ago. America, we blew our lead. Worse than I blew out the Gucci in my Lululemon shorts.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the Semi-Daily Night Show with Gary TV, your host, Gary.
Tonight's ceremonial first pitch. And please welcome the President of the United States.
We did it, sir.
just making sure you're paying attention.
Welcome to the Semi-Daily Night Show, the new Tonight Show about the news. I'm your host, Gary. Trump deported a potential terrorist to El Salvador. This is like the least scary terrorist. The only thing he looks like he terrorizes is a taco stand in the Levi section at Kohl's. This has started a widespread debate. Was this a Maryland man or an MS-13 gang member that deserves to be sent to El Salvador? According to the Trump administration, he is, and this is the document that proves it.
The Trump administration is standing by their claims that a man who entered the country illegally was sent back to his native El Salvador because he was a member of a violent gang. For proof, they point to his Chicago Bulls hat, which they say is often worn by gang members.
A Bulls hat? If wearing a Chicago Bulls hat makes you a terrorist, some of you better hope your Tumblr face doesn't leak, because that's how everybody was dressing during the prime Bruno Mars era. Holy f***. Is a Bulls hat really enough proof to deport someone? Well, according to Fox News...
Garcia's a Bulls fan, but he's from El Salvador, and he lives in Maryland, not Chicago. The Bulls lost 60 games in 2019, so why the hat? Can Garcia name anyone on the team? Anyone on any Bulls team besides Jordan? Everyone from El Salvador knows what it means when you wear a Bulls hat. It means you're MS-13.
I wear a Giants hat and I can't name a single player. Can people who have a Kamala Harris hat name one of her policies? Can people who wear a MAGA hat name one policy that is America first and not recommended by Israel? No. And the tattoos on his hands are coming into question. Is that a promo code photoshopped onto his hand? That's genius. Producer, put my logo on there. Yep, perfect. Okay. We need to spread more disinformation for this channel. Post it. Get it posted right now. This issue gets more complicated, so hopefully everyone analyzing it is really focusing.
But I refuse to care about one person who's an illegal alien when the mental shelf space that I have is now reserved.
You're telling me a Fox News host doesn't have the mental shelf space? Damn. In other news, water is wet, sky is blue, and Amazon's new rocket looks like something Bonnie Blue would sit on. Okay, sorry, I actually kind of like Greg Gutfield, but that joke was too good. Laugh at it. There goes my chance of spreading misinformation on Fox News. I have no idea if that man was an MS-13 or not. I have legitimately tried to learn the truth and I have no idea. I've also never been to Maryland. I have been to El Salvador. It was a lot of fun. So good luck, I guess? But don't worry, there is a little silver lining in all of this. This may be good. A man breaks a US law, but then he's sent to another country's jail. Look at that. We finally have exports in this country. Take that, China. Now, this situation is as complicated as the guy who discovered Velcro shoes for the first time. There are court orders saying he cannot be deported, and a Supreme Court ruling that Trump must get the man back from El Salvador. But he's still there. A Department of Justice attorney in the Trump administration initially said they deported him on accident, but since then, the DOJ attorney has been,
"I'm sorry, you're fired. Get out of here."
The El Salvador president then came to the US, and when asked if he could bring Abrego Garcia back to the US, he said he doesn't have the power to do so. Other than a really good tailor and hair gel, that's like the main thing you have. You have that power. And Trump said the same. You do have the power. You are the two doing this. So now Mr. Garcia has become a political pawn between a guy who dresses like he sells cologne and a guy that actually does sell cologne. But the Trump administration is holding strong on their decision.
So he went back to his home country where he will face consequences for his gang affiliation and his engagement in human trafficking. I'm not sure what is so difficult about this for everyone in the media to understand. And it's appalling, truly appalling, that there has been so much time covering this alleged human trafficker.
What's confusing is your answer. Alleged? Labeling someone a terrorist just off a hat is confusing. And the blind support behind this is also confusing. Because when the federal government starts labeling people terrorists they don't like and deporting them into prisons, US citizens should get worried. It's confusing because I remember a time not that long ago where that could be used against the people that support this, that also wear red hats.
Don't dare call them protesters. They were a riotous mob, insurrectionists, domestic terrorists.
RFK Jr. is trying to cancel autism. They're coming for my people. Autism has become extremely common. There's literally podcasts about how nonverbal people with autism may actually be able to communicate through telepathy. And you're probably thinking, damn, is the government going to try to weaponize that? They already have. They're called the Marines. While finding the cause of autism sounds good, this may actually not be good for America. A sprinkle of the tism is the only way we can compete with China. Love on the Spectrum is the only show that brings Americans together. And this man wants to take it from us? Without autism, Zuckerberg could have never stolen Facebook. Elon Musk could have never taken already successful companies and claimed to be the founder. Adult ticket sales of wrestling would plummet. RFK Jr. held a press conference going over the current rise in autism rates, and the left is upset about it. Shut up, Pocahontas.
These are kids who will never pay taxes. They'll never hold a job. They'll never play baseball. They'll never write a poem. They'll never go out on a date.
That's not even mean. That just sounds like my entire friend group, to be honest. Now, scientists are saying the rise in autism is actually because our testing is so good and that somehow RFK Jr. is wrong. What? Don't we still want to know what's causing this widespread disorder? But this is interesting. A barely verbal man trying to cure a disorder that makes people nonverbal is kind of poetic if you think about it.
The milk that we have is poison.